Hey guys, welcome to the 2xbeerz show. I am your host with the most weight. That's about it. I don't really have anything else, but I am here with the wonderful, the magnificent, the amazing, the legendary
Spider-Man. No.
Okay. Introduce yourself, sir, so we can get this show moving.
Well, they call me Ken Masters.
Okay, nobody calls you that. All right. So, how did you like the first show?
Turned out better than I expected.
Okay.
They really did.
Okay. I liked it. It was fun, quick, and easy. I wasn't nervous at all doing that show because I spent so much time procrastinating that I just didn't even care that the show even like if it was subpar or not. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Like I just wanted it to go. I was like, I'm so tired of just saying I'm gonna do it and then I'm gonna just fuck it. I just did it. You know what I mean? So the first episode is out on SoundCloud. Eventually it's going to be on other platforms, but right now it's just SoundCloud. And this is the second episode, and we're just going to just talk about some shit that's on our mind.
We just about to fucking wing it. We just about to go in.
Yeah, I feel it. So this is a situation that I've been dealing with for the past couple years. The older I get, I'm losing touch of my old self.
Oh,
you ain't expect some deep shit. You ain't expect to see the first episode. We talked about rabies and venom. Second episode, I talked about some philosophy and some bullshit. You wasn't expecting that, was you?
Hey, I needed a shot for this.
That ain't in our budget right now. You can get a shot of water.
Right, man.
So, for the past couple years, I look back at, like, you know, when Facebook do that 3-year, 4-year, and I'm like, oh man, I was out there wilding. Like I got videos of me going through chairs, drunk. I got pictures of me passed out, laid out, belly out, and I just. And it was all from. It wasn't necessarily the drinking or whatever. It was the situation that I was in a lot of the times where I would just be like, I don't give a shit, let's do it. And now I'm closer to 30 and I'm like, maybe we shouldn't do this.
I got work in the morning.
Right. So I don't know, man. I had a long talk with a friend of mine yesterday about what's been on his mind and why. Because I haven't talked to him in a long time. Mm-hmm. So and he was explaining to me, like, well, I don't really talk to that many people anymore, and I just kind of stick to myself, and you know, and I'm tired of just trying to reach out to be cool with people, then realizing they not really your friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why should you have to beg somebody to be your friend? And I'm not talking about like when people are broke, you know what I'm saying, or a situation where they literally can't because they're so busy, because they work so much, or they either broke or and what I mean by broke is, I mean they choose their rent and bills over partying and shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people that will just like, yeah, we gonna do that. Where you at?
Yeah.
I spent years doing that, and then I remember you specifically telling me, it's like, why, like after the 5th time, like why do you still try? And I had no actual response on why. I was kind of like, it was like almost like what the fuck are you doing? It came to a realization. And did you ever have to go through that? Because I feel like, man, it's like as I get older and you slowly start to get to that level, well, I know everything. Then boom, you don't know shit.
You never will know everything.
Yeah, because the day you think you know shit, or the day you think you don't need to know anything else because you know enough, that's the day you pretty much is just useless to this world.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you stop yourself from growing. That's what happens.
Right.
That's your own mind off.
Right. Like, I don't know, like, maybe it was a little different for me because in, like, the nerdy community a little bit, everybody's kind of shut off anyway. Mm-hmm. In a sense. But I don't know, man. I value my time more so with my girl than like going out and drinking all like that, because one, I was like, after you see drinking affects people beyond the party stage, where you see actually like people in hospitals because of kidney shit, you like, man,
that's like alcohol abuse.
But the thing is, like, if you know them personally and they don't really drink like that, but you know that could be an outcome, that still stops you from going that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I maybe like the way I look at it is like, why keep drinking so much and partying so late and going to work with a hangover? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm specifically talking about drinking and not smoking, because smoking is pretty damn cool. Drinking, on the other hand, that shit is like, I mean, it's cool in moderation if you can control it. Or more so, what I'm trying to say is like, it ain't really for me to be doing the same shit that I used to do. Like, I used to love to go out and party. Now I'm there and I feel out of place. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to force myself to be this same old guy when I'm obviously not. The reality is we grow up.
Yeah, that's all it is. We growing up, we're going to lose friends. You know, we more responsible.
Right.
I mean, it's just it's part of growing up, man.
Oh my God, that should be weighing on me sometimes, man. I'll be just like, oh man, sometimes I do miss it. I do miss it, but then I think of that one hangover, or that alcohol poisoning, or that time where I was just up super late, or the time where I was spending so much time and energy with certain people that right now is just like, man, they were pure shitty people. You know what I'm saying? Pure shitty. No, they were shit tea. Like, to this day, if I see them, I might beat them or whatever I can find. But that's a different thing. But I don't know, man. I'm slowly starting to find out that, like, man, I'm not the same person anymore. So stop trying to be that guy. Yeah. That's my issue. That close to. But what do you like? How can you tell that you grown?
How can I mean, I don't know. That's how can you tell that you're grown? I mean, I can tell
grown from like point A to point B, more so to speak.
I could tell that I'm more mature, and I'm starting to realize, you know, you can't really like, you can't control things or force things like you will want, like you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, you learn, you control your emotions more. You know, you're not just acting on every single emotion you feel.
I think certain people, instead of getting in touch or getting more control of their own emotions, maybe they get angry really quick and all that. I think other people they try to control people instead of their own shit.
Oh,
manipulate
people. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. And then those people, I can't really be around. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoy so much, like, being by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoy my own company where I can just work on some stuff, being productive and shit. Like, the older I get, if I'm just sitting on my ass, if I'm sleeping in past like 9 or 10, it's like I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this whole conversation goes towards the show of why I'm procrastinating so much or getting away with so much like laziness, and I'm trying to kill that side and kind of just redo my whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if I want to be more consistent with this show, I can't bring that old person that was, like, you know what I'm saying, drinking and partying all the time and staying up super late and just waking up with these hangovers instead of, like, you know what I'm saying, being productive.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no room on the show for him, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just wanted to get that off my chest. You know what? I think with the show, we should always start off with some shit that's on our chest.
Oh.
It get the flow rolling, right?
Dang. Yeah.
I think so.
Let's start off this deep as hell.
What's on your chest?
I mean, nothing right now. I'm
really. That just killed it. I brought all this.
I mean,
shit
like
to the table.
nothing heavy like that. You can't. I mean, really. I mean, I don't think I just really just want to take a good vacation. Really. I mean,
I ain't never take no fucking vacation.
Yeah, it's just.
I have never taken a vacation.
Yeah, I'm just working a lot, like 6-7 days a week. Just you know, a nice week vacation be nice. I mean, I'll take 4 days. You know, just you know, just have some times where I'm not working.
I sent you something earlier about that Kyoto attack at the animation studio, and that studio, they made Haruhi Suzumiya. They made what else did they make? Let me look at that. Let's see. Oh, they made. Oh, wow. They produced a Silent Voice. They did a lot of like classic shit. They did the K-On! Anime. They did what was that show on Netflix? The Violent Evergarden, I believe. That was actually, if you haven't seen that anime, it's only like, I believe it's only 12 episodes. It's really deep. It's like very minimum action, but like the story is really good. And I appreciate really good stories in the anime every once in a while because, you know, you get tired of the cheesy, like, my dad is dead, I'm going to be the best fighter. And then you find out your dad is the villain. No, that plot twist. Like, I get tired of the typical shit. I do love it sometimes, but give me something else. But anyway, Kyoto Animation Studio was attacked by some sick individual.
Arsonist.
And so far there's like, I believe at this point, it's the 18th of July. It's up to 30 people dead so far. But in these situations, you never necessarily know immediately because so much news is coming out, and sometimes it takes a little while to vet out the real news and the fake information that's getting out there too. Because some people are like, oh my god, 70 people died, and it's like, wasn't even 70 people in the building or something, like it's, for example. So the arsonist guy, I don't know his name, I really don't care about his name, but the arsonist, he set the place on fire, I guess for revenge.
Yeah, he said that they stole something from him.
Okay, and the thing that I don't get is the information that I'm receiving is that, and this may change later down the line, is that he never even worked there. So I don't understand what they stole some of his work and used it as I don't get it, but it doesn't justify.
Oh yeah.
No matter what, it doesn't justify. Now my concern right now is, of course, you know, everybody going through this shit, but in situations like these, what I'm focusing on is how the media is going to
explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the media is going to do, because usually in these situations, you know, like, Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto was the responsibility of the school shooting or something. And I'm like,
oh, they blame it. They try to blame games and stuff.
I mean,
for the violent crimes.
Oh, a lot of the times, and you know, in Japan they don't really. I don't even think that you can use guns over there. It's not really legal. So they have a lot of like knife massacres, like one guy with a knife just going around stabbing everybody. And then that's at the point where you get a lot of trolls be saying, well, I can just dodge them. I'm like, shut up, idiot. Listen. So
it's just Matrix.
Yeah, it's dumbass. But I'm concerned. My main concern is how the media is going to explain this to the people, and if they're going to use him as an example to pretty much attack people that they don't understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they use that for gamers that they don't understand. And honestly, gamers is not that difficult to understand. They just want to play the fucking game. Let them be. Now, when it comes to anime and you walk in a room and somebody is just watching something with big ass titties on the screen and it's just high pitched voices, it's a little harder to explain. So I just want the media to tackle this whole situation responsibly without throwing so many innocent fucking people under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if they're trying to find an scapegoat, like, hey, all anime fans is blah blah this, or it's going to be another one of those things where it's like, oh, you're an otaku, like, because the main stigma from otaku is because back in the day in the 80s, I believe this guy went on this, you know, he was killing people and shit, and when they went in his room, he had a shit ton of like anime or lowly shit, you know what I'm saying? So they just put him like, they put all anime fans like, oh, you're that type of guy, like, what the fuck? No. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody else look bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the media handles this whole fucking situation responsibly. You know what I'm saying? Well, how do you feel about the whole like media handling nerdy issues that turn into tragedies? Like, and it honestly, it don't even be nerdy at first. It's like a school shooting, and then there's like Grand Theft Auto. Like, whoa! What are you talking about? Grand Theft Auto? Ain't had nothing to do with it. He had a copy at his house. What? That's it?
I don't know. I just think it's just like they're just trying to cover their ass somehow. Like they just trying to cover their ass and say like, you know, it's not the school system or it's not like America. Okay. Like it's because of gangs.
So they need a fall guy.
I mean that's pretty much what it is.
I can't stand that shit because we end up getting so much hate and bullshit when we just sitting there like, yeah, I watch for example, I watch Full Metal Alchemist or Naruto, and they're like, what's that? It's like, oh, it's anime. It's like, oh, like the guy who killed all them people. I'm like, what? Like, how did we escalate to that? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Yeah. So it's blowing up right now. Like, it's blowing up when you see all your favorite anime sources posting about it, and then like CNN and other shit is posting about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for once, they're not posting about politics and political shit right now. They're just saying, oh, this, that, and then boom, arson attack. And I'm like, wait, this is the same anime shit that I've been like following for the past couple hours. Now it made it to the news. That means it's it's a big deal. Like when certain news places pick up certain shit, like you start to feel like, okay, this is getting like national, like worldwide press. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I with that type of press, they can really fuck us over pretty heavy. You know, I can't.
If they're trying to do that, like we don't.
Yeah, but from my experience, man, when it comes to certain shit, like they always go that route when it's something that they don't understand, like anime, video game, something nerdy. Like it could be a steampunk convention, or it could be like a furry convention, and they would just like find a way to shit on them. Like, oh, they're weird, so it deserved to happen, or they're weird, so it's their fault for being that way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I hate when they put us in a box like that, but I got good news and bad news. Which one you want first?
I don't know, man. Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. Okay, I'm gonna give you the good news. Thor 4 is actually happening.
Thor 4?
Thor 4. I don't know. I don't understand why he left with the Guardians, because I thought it was going to be Thor and the Guardians, going to be like the movie at the end of Endgame. But Thor 4 is happening, which means I'm pretty sure that they're not going to have the Guardians in Thor, because Guardians 3 is already announced too. And that'd be too much of the same shit, right?
Yeah, they probably would have to be in each other movies.
But I don't want to see that.
Kind of like
I was really pumped for Thor being in Guardians, but Guardians in Thor as well. That just seems like a lot of Guardians in Thor. Yeah, when you have you have this one opportunity. You have this fresh opportunity for Phase 4 to introduce so many new characters and new and new like worlds and shit. And now I kind of feel like we're stuck with that. It's probably not going to be, Guardians inside Thor, like maybe a Guardians 3 and at the middle or end of that movie, Thor split off and then Thor 4 happens or some shit, but
yeah, most likely.
Yeah, so the good news, Thor 4 is happening. The bad news is the same director that's making Thor 4 was supposed to make the Akira movie. And it's been going on, the rumor, the Akira movie is supposed to be made since like, as long as I can remember. Like, since 2010, maybe even earlier than that. Oh. And it's still being put off. Now, the good thing about that is that usually when it comes to live action shit, it sucks. Bad. But no matter what, no matter how many times a live action movie comes out, I would always give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to say it sucks ass before it even comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many comic book movies sucks ass before we got it right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I just wanted us to at least have a chance. And they get canceled again. Now I'm at this point where it's like, you know what? It's never coming out. There's a couple things that I said that about, like Marvel's Capcom 3 or what I never thought they would keep doing the same Terminator movies, man. Like, there's still another one coming out. And they just announced that John Connor from Terminator 2 is going to be playing John Connor in this one. And I think that decision was to reel people in, but I kind of don't care about that guy because I don't remember him playing anything else.
I forgot about him.
So I don't know. He's probably gonna have the same bike, and I could care less. But I'm fucking tired. Like, these movies that I care about, they play with my emotions. Why don't they play with y'all shit? Why don't you take away that Mortal Kombat movie, since y'all fucked that up once or twice? Fuck up Mortal Kombat. Don't keep canceling Akira, man. Akira was such a big impact to the anime community, and it deserves a shot. But I mean, I of course I want them to do it right. So if they have to delay it to make it right, cool. But he pretty much making another movie that the guy I thought was already gonna be in another movie. So I'm kind of a little fucking tired.
Man.
In live action movies don't have a track record though. They don't have a good one. They really don't. Like Last Airbender, did you see that?
Nah,
I didn't see that either. I saw a trailer. Actually, I didn't even finish the trailer. Dragon Ball Z, did you see that? No. Or Dragon Ball Evolution?
I know they're trash.
They're trash. Yeah, I saw Piccolo. No, what were you saying?
The last one I seen was Death Note. That was the last.
The Netflix one?
Yeah.
How was it?
Did you see it?
No. What? Why would I waste my time? I always ask people rather than waste my own time.
I think it actually probably would have been better as a series instead of a movie.
I thought it was going to be a series.
Yeah.
And then when I found out it was a movie, and I was like, there's too many major changes for you guys to like stuff this in an hour and a half or 2 hours, and it won't work. Like, and go ahead.
And then L, the guy that had L, he
was the guy from Atlanta.
L's supposed to be this tactician, this intellectual guy.
Right.
He was so reckless in the movie. Like, he's running out, chasing her with a gun. And
wait,
like,
whoa.
It was stupid.
Go back to L chase. Wait, first of all, did L have shoes on?
You know what? I think he did. Yeah.
It was. All right, so L had shoes on and a gun, and he's running chasing people. So L turned into a detective. Most people was bitching and complaining about Light, or Light Turner as his last name, and they were bitching about his last name. And I'm like, it's an American adaptation. I get the last name change. It won't work with a white guy named Light Yagami. Like, what the fuck is that? So I get the last name. I'm pretty reasonable when it comes to the adaptations to live action shit. It's just, don't fuck me over. Like, you can change his last name, but you ain't gotta make L John McClane. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Stay in character, keep their characters.
You at least need that. Like, we love these stories because the characters. You know what I'm saying? And then when you change the characters and keep the name of the whole thing, it's like, well, what the fuck am I watching? You know what I mean? Like Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I still don't know what the fuck that was. You know what I'm saying? I grew up playing Final Fantasy, and I'm like materia, magic, and draw, and moogles, and chocobos, or whatever. And now it's like it was just trash. I still don't understand what it was, dude. I really don't. We have. I want to ask you a question about something. All right. How do you feel about the decision of the new 007?
You talking about having the female character, right?
Yeah, the black chick from Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau's mom.
Monica Rambeau's
mom. Yes. How do you feel about that decision?
I kind of don't care. I mean, like 007 is just a title. You know, it's not really a character or have a setback. It's just you're just 007. Like it's just you're an agent. I mean, anybody can be 007. Right. Now, I know everybody talking about James Bond. Now, being James Bond, you know, everybody's used to seeing the white guy as James Bond. But like 007 is just a title. I mean, just a rank or something.
Do you feel like this move was because I feel like when they do start certain decisions like this, it's to pander. I don't even want to say the word pander. It even though it is to reel us in because I feel like we are at this popular stage that we're a trend, and people kind of use that and profit off of it. But the thing is, if it's not genuine, it won't come across as good. So I don't have a problem with them trying to profit off of us, because 9 times out of 10 it's always going to suck ass. When I mean by us, I mean by just minorities in general. When a company is making something about something they know nothing about, they don't bring those people in that they don't know nothing about. They just make the shit anyway, and then think it's gonna be a hit, and it's just ass juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the real shit is always gonna show the real shit. Like these new TV shows about Chicago, the Shire. Like, you got people from Chicago actually running the show. You know what I'm saying? So they know the Chicago experience, and what makes somebody from here, or like, you know, New York or Cleveland or California, that really likes the show is because it's authentic. So when you make these decisions to make like a movie about somebody or bring somebody in, I know that, like, I'm not specifically talking about 007 anymore. I'm just talking about these decisions that happen like that. My issue is when it's not genuine, it sucks ass. And it shows. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want my people to be upset when they do stuff like that and pander to it. Like, if it's ass, it's ass. But when you got the right people behind the scenes making that shit, then okay, I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. I like, because it's more authentic. I get it, and it's more genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever watch like a black comedy show where there's really no black people involved in it? Do you remember shows like that?
Wait, like what do you mean?
Like say for example, like Martin.
Yeah.
If it was like a sitcom like Martin, but the people behind the scenes wasn't even black, so it was almost like, for example, the what's that Family Guy Brown, the Cleveland show. Me personally, I thought it was trash. I watched one episode. I was like, okay, you got the talking animal. I understand that. They got the wife, the kid. It was just really typical. It was like copy and paste, and then they just changed the color of the characters, and then they made Cleveland Brown more like, or they tried. I don't know. I just couldn't relate to it. I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is. But usually when I'm watching the show, like, oh, that's my uncle. Oh, that's my cousin. Oh, that's my mama. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching Cleveland Brown, I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. You know, and that genuine shit don't really last. I mean, that genuine shit, the only thing that do last.
Yeah.
That's my, you know, I just don't want us to be complaining too much about certain things that it's like, man, if it ain't real anyway, this shit gonna be gone in a second anyway.
Right.
So I don't try to worry about that shit too much, but I'm happy that I really prefer Idris Elba, because I mean, I wanted to see Idris Elba as James Bond because I felt like he would be probably the best one ever, but they went in this approach, and let's just see where the fuck it goes. You know, I'm not too excited about it. I hope people don't say, oh, well, you hate black women. I wanted Idris Elba. I'm sorry for wanting what I want, but I mean,
whatever. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I kind of, you saw Atomic Blonde?
No.
I forgot that lady.
Actually, I did, but I didn't really like it that well. I thought it was kind of like too. It was okay. too like these spy movies be too spy shit, and it'd be kind of boring.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, you know, it's a spy movie, so it's gonna be double cross.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
they're gonna be. You planning a tracker on me? When did you do this? You know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, that was pretty good for like a female role doing like a spy, you know, kick-ass spy film. So okay. I mean, if they do the same thing with this, I mean, it can be good.
So what? I'm not really that invested in this 007 James Bond shit. So I mean, I'm just coming across some of the articles, but I'm wondering if James Bond, the one James Bond that you don't like with the long neck and like it look like he has a rock for an Adam's apple. His name
Daniel Craig.
Yeah. You don't like Daniel Craig.
Just the first James Casino Royale, the first one was the best one.
It was the best one.
Was the rest of them? I don't know.
Wait, Skyfall was pretty damn good, but it wasn't better than Casino Royale.
You know what? I didn't even see the last one.
Skyfall was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they had I'm thinking Mission Impossible. What I'm talking about.
Bruh, you mixing up your spy shit. You think they're gonna make like 90 more Mission Impossibles? Because you know he just signed on to do Top Gun.
Tom Cruise can't survive 90 more. He can't. I don't know if he can take 2 more. I mean,
is he starting to show his age?
Yeah, I mean he's like 50 something, right?
No. You ain't answering my question. Is he starting to show his age? Sometimes when Denzel ain't prepared for a Denzel role and he in some other role and he try to do some type of physical activity, I'm like, ooh. I mean, I know he acting, but man.
Yeah, see that's the thing. I mean, they should try to stay in shape. I know they're older, but come on, man.
Equalizer 3, Denzel gonna be fat as fuck. I'm sorry. He has a dad bod. He definitely gonna have a dad bod.
He's just gonna be holding the gun like, look.
But
I ain't about to do all this hand.
He did that in Two Guns. Remember a lot of the shit. You see Denzel at the age where he have that really high career, and he think he can get away with just sitting in the chair holding the gun but talking smooth. And the fucking thing is, Denzel can't get away with this. That's the fucking thing. So they gonna always give him a role like, all right, Denzel, we got your chair. What kind of chair is it? Mahogany. Boom. That's it. He's signing on. Because all he got to do is sit in the chair and talk smooth. Who else can do that?
Yeah.
You know? But I really don't got much else to really talk about. I wanted to make this kind of quick, but this kind of lasts a little longer than expected.
It felt like 30 minutes.
Let me look at the time. 36? Okay. All right. Nobody going to listen to this far anyway. And if you did, in the comments, just write pickles. That way I know. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is 2xbeerz.
And I'm Ken Masters.
He forgot who he was for a second. Don't mind
I was distracted.
Yeah, he was. And we gonna bother you guys next week. So, peace. I forgot how to pause the shit. I forgot.